Okay, I'm going to talk to you today about how you might create a subject value added page that has custom grade points on it so that you can look at the accuracy of predicting across the year. So I'm going into the strategic area and I'm building a custom report. I'm going to do it at A level. You could do it at Key Stage 4 as well. I'm choosing that subject value added page because I want to see my subject grades. I could put a filter on it, but I'm not going to for the purpose of this video. Now, here's where you need to do a bit of manipulation. So these are your grade points that are standard default. That's your 4 exam grade points. I would like you to clear the previous 3 years worth of exams just to start with. Now, I know that I've done some monitoring across the year. So this is the year 13 outcomes as of 2018 results day. So what I'm going to add in here is I'm going to choose my grade set that was one of the monitoring points. So I've got a January one here in this monitoring data, and I also know I've got a November one. So you can choose any 2 grade points. Now this first box here, I'm going to add in last year's outcomes. Okay, so 2016-17 outcomes. Now I know it was a different cohort of student, but it just gives me a feel for where that subject was this time last year. So I'm going to create that, and what we're going to get is a page, a subject value added page, and it has got on it, you can see last year's grades, 2 monitoring points, and this year's outcomes. So we're just going to pick 3 subjects just to talk about in the context of accuracy of predicting. I'm going to start with chemistry. So last year they were grade 6. Then they predicted across the year with their new cohort 2 grade 7s, and they actually got a grade 5. So as a subject, they've gone from a 6 to a 5, which is great. But obviously, you're going to be a little bit worried about the harshness or the severity of their predicting accuracy. So they're being a little bit too cautious, possibly. So that might want to be a focus for this coming year. Let's take another example. Let's take English literature as an example. So what I've got here is I've got a department that were a grade 7 last year, bottom 25%, not great. And then they predicted 4 and a 4, and look at what they got, a 4, spot on. So there's a department that have actually got a big improvement in their overall results, but not only that, they've actually been absolutely spot on with the accuracy of their predicting across those students that are doing that subject. So it might be that you choose that subject to lead some training across the year on how they've managed to match the accuracy of their predicting. One final subject might be biology here. Look, they were a grade 5 last year. They upped their student number, but look at the redness of those predictions across the year, and then, they ended up with a grade 6. So they've gone down from last year from a 5 to a 6. And not only that, but the accuracy of the predicting has meant that actually they've been unrealistic with those students in that group. And when you consider things like UCAS applications and job applications, you've got to ask the question, is that fair on the students? And also, you don't know what you're working with in terms of who do you intervene with at those crucial points in the year that might make a difference to those students. So that subject certainly would need as an action point going forward into this year that they need to work on the accuracy of their predicting.